Music with Sarah.
Okay, babe, this is your music minute or moment, whatever it is.
The song of the week?
Yeah, the song of the week. And in fact, this week, we're going in the Wayback Machine.
We are going in the Wayback Machine. So
some people have said, these are all too modern, all the songs you're picking. Well, this one...
Not modern.
No, this goes back, 30 years almost?
30 years this year.
30 years?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
This came out in 1993, if
How
you
about
can't
that?
do the math there to figure out what 30 years is. But anyway, this song is called Keeper and Sustainer of My Life.
Keeper and Sustainer of My Life.
By Dennis Jernigan.
Right. Now, this is on one of my favorite all-time albums.
Yeah.
We discussed this a couple weeks ago when I saw Alan Parr do his, one of the all-time favorite albums. And I'm like, what are my favorite albums? And kids these days don't even know what albums are. But I was going through a few of them. And this one, I had just gotten saved and went to the store. This isn't a very popular one. It was by Heart Cry. And Dennis Jernigan did some songs. And this was I Belong to Jesus, Volume 2, which is really hard to find on YouTube. In fact, it's like a worship collection.
Yeah, it's now it's called The Worshipers Collection, Volume 1 by Dennis Jernigan, and that actually includes 2 albums.
Right. It has both albums, and I don't like really Volume 1 as much, but Volume 2 has a lot of good songs, and there was a lot of good songs to choose from, and it reminded me of my childhood because I grew up in a church that was very upbeat, and a lot of the songs are upbeat, and then there's a lot of slower songs that are really meant a lot, especially I just got saved, and this was one of my first worship albums that I got, and so Keeper and Sustainer of My Soul.
Keeper and Sustainer of My Life.
Whatever.
And
my life.
The whole album is really good. And when we talked about albums, I thought, at some point I've got to let people know about this album. So, I'm pointing out this one particular song, but really the whole thing's good. The first part's, a lot of upbeat, happy songs.
Yeah, and a lot of people might go and look for this and then be like, this is what they like. You got to understand, this is from the 90s, and it's a lot of happy, upbeat songs.
Right.
And some of them I don't really care for, but just that the progression from one song to the next, it's upbeat. It just reminds me of the church that I grew up in. But then some of the last 5 or 6 songs, they're all home runs. They're just, you had the list right there.
Yeah,
but
I did.
From
To Be Loved, and then For the Lord is a Righteous God.
Yep. And Keeper and Sustainer of My Life, and When I Get Home.
When I Get Home and I Long for the Day, those are both heaven songs. And just,
yeah, it's just, it's
songs.
got some music that is very 90s, and the Casio keyboard was in full effect. But still, it's still a good message, and I just, once again, this might be more, same thing with you, that it was sentimental.
Yeah. It was. Well, I don't think I heard it until we got married, and then we went through some of the CDs, and I was just like, wow, I've never heard this in my life, but these are great songs. So that was back when we had CDs, and you'd or not CDs. We actually, maybe we had that CD.
Yeah.
You'd open it and you'd go and find the words. Now I always just look up the lyrics on my phone or computer or whatever, but anyway, just great songs. And this one, Keeper and Sustainer of My Life, is a great song. It reminds me of one of my favorite verses. I believe it's in Peter, where it says his divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness. And when it says he's the sustainer of our life, it's like he has, in him is everything that we need.
Right.
And in the song it goes through, the light, you're the bread, you're the, you're plenty when there's nothing, you're peace when there's strife, and all these things that we lack and we need. It's like everything that we need is found in him.
Yep.
And I think it's a great song. So I think people should check it out.
It was perfect timing from when I got saved. And when I got saved, I grew up in church. Yeah. And so getting saved wasn't life altering in the sense wow, now I'm going to go to church. I've always gone to church, but it changed my life into... I was a different person, obviously, and I did have some struggles at the beginning of my conversion there with friends and, separating from this world and not being a part of this anymore. And it was kind of lonely for a time. And God sent a friend to me for my senior year in high school, And this song really, really touched my life because, like, he is the keeper and sustainer, and he, at the right time, he sends people right when you need it. He sends things right when you need it. And so if you're in that low time, just hold on. Deliverance is coming, right? So anyway, so that's the song of the week. Go check it out. It's hard to find. We'll put the link maybe here on the YouTube page here. And maybe you can find the one that we have. It's really hard to find the CD that we had.
Yeah, but honestly, impossible. Like when you search it on Spotify, you get several things, but they're all the same. They're just put on different albums. So
if you search That Song by Dennis Jernigan, you will find that song.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's a really good song. Yep. So all right, well, go check it out.